Hey coders, and welcome back to another cool tutorial. Today, let's see how to make a cool pop-up login form which has hover effects for the open button and submit button. Firstly, you will need to create two files. One is index.html and another is style.css. In the HTML file, I have already added some basic tags, font awesome link rel, and also a link rel to our style.css file. Let's now dive in with HTML first. First, we make a div class called center. This is to place all items of the page in the center. Inside it we add a checkbox. The checkbox is actually the button to open the form. When checked, the form container opens. We also give a label for the checkbox and name it as login. Next, we add a div class for a container. The form will later be stored in this container. We first add the times icon that will function to close the form when checked. Now, we will add a div class called text. This div is for the title in the container. For this scenario, it's account login. Below this, we add a form tag and add the div class of data. This data div tag is for the input fields below it, which is the email field and password field. Then we close our data div tag and enter to the next div tag, which is forgot pass. Here we add a link with an anchor tag and name it as forgot password. Then we add a div class called button. Inside it create a div tag called inner for the hover effects later on. Below that we add the submit button and name it as login. Below that we actually have to add an anchor tag for sign up, but I forgot to code it here. Really sorry about that. Besides that, we're done for HTML. Now let's go to our style.css file. First we import the Poppins font, which you can get the link in the description too. We add some fixed basic margin, padding, outline, box sizing and font family for the whole file by default. We add some fixed basic margin, padding, outline, box sizing and font family for the whole file by default. Then for the body, we set height of 100 VH, give it some width and a purple linear gradient background, which we use a degree of 115. Then we customize our checkbox that we clicked to open the form. We gave it the class of play button earlier. We give it a white background and purple color, padding and box shadow. We also give it a font size of 20 px and a font weight of 500. The font weight styles how thick or how thin the font is. We also give it pointer cursor and a transition of 0.3 seconds for a smooth hover effect. Now for our hover effects we add the same specifications earlier but with a twist. We didn't key in the transition, and also we switched the colors of the background and text color. Now, the background is purple and text color is white. Now for our play button and the form container, we add some styles. We will give it absolute position, customize top and left percentage, and also transform it with translate. Now our play button is a checkbox. You've got to keep that in mind. So, we remove the default behavior of the checkbox by setting display as none for the checkbox input field. Next, we can style the container of the form. We set display as none, add a white background, give padding, box shadow and a big width. We also give it a border radius of 10 px for a cool curved look for the form container. Then we set our play checkbox to display the container over it via block method. Now we will customize the form container from top to bottom. This begins with the top right, which is the Close Form button. Then we will set the Close button a small hover effect where if hovered, the button color changes from black to blue. The color of our Close Form icon is black by default, which you can change if you want by specifying it in the Close button selector class. Alright, let's customize the title of the container form, which in this case is Account Login. We give it a heavy font weight, BJG font size, and also align the title text to the center of the form. We give the form element in our container a top margin style of -20 pixels. Then we style the input fields of our form. Earlier we gave this the class of data, so we use that class to style here. We also style the label of the input field and the input field itself. Then we style the input focus. This helps to change the color of the border of the input field when clicked. Next, we style our Forgot Password link using the Forgot Pass class. When hovered, this blue link gets a text decoration of underline. Okay, now we style our Submit button with some basic classifications. Then we style the gradient layer which will be on the button. I used a WebKit linear gradient for this button. Lastly, we also style the click to sign up link using the same concept of our Forgot Password link earlier. Do subscribe if you loved this video, and thanks for watching it. If you have any doubts, comment below or check my blog post in the description. Till the next video, goodbye.